All right, here we go. I got some bad news. Unfortunately, on Saturday morning, I was diagnosed with positive COVID-19 test. So with that, there's gonna be a little bit of change around here. There's gonna be some suffering of the content, but I want to put out this video to make you guys aware of what to expect in the next few weeks. That way nobody can kind of freak out and just sort of let you guys know what's going on and let you know that the content's still gonna come, but it's gonna suffer a little bit. So there are a couple reasons why I'm making this video. Obviously there's no ads or anything in it. This is more of an announcement video just so you guys are aware of what's happening and why the content's gonna suddenly seem very different and you guys are like, where is everybody? Because I'm here alone right now. I'm here alone at the studio because when I found out on Saturday morning that I tested positive, and we'll explain why I went and got a test in a second here, I immediately contacted my team and anyone that I've been near, whether it be family or friends, to let them know like, hey, get yourself tested because unfortunately I tested positive and I am symptomatic, which is one of the reasons why I went and got a test. So Phil will be editing these videos from home, very similar to how we did last year when we were working through the start of the pandemic when neither of us were sick, but we were social distancing at the start of the pandemic as best we could. And then I will be making content here by myself. As you guys can probably tell, there's no Phil dying in the background. Actually, bad choice of words right now given the title of this video. No Phil dying laughing in the background. But I will not allow anyone back at the studio until it has been deep cleaned and all of my symptoms have passed and I've gone well beyond the amount of time that has been recommended to pass after symptoms have cleared up and potentially get another test, which the new test really sucks, by the way. I'll talk about that a little bit. But the other thing too is a lot of you were really concerned on Twitter when I put this out. There's like nearly 20,000 likes on that tweet. I'm not sure if 20,000 of you like the fact that I contracted it or like the fact that I don't know. I'm a little torn on that one. But anyway, moving forward, early last week, I started feeling just like I was having allergies. Now, that's not abnormal for me this time of year. Southern California around February, March, with the super bloom and stuff that happened last year, the amount of pollen, like right now, the hood of my car is actually covered in pollen, and the amount of allergic response I have to pollen is pretty normal for me to get a little bit of an itch in my throat and nasal congestion and wake up like unable to breathe. Very, very normal. In fact, it's gotten so bad to the point where I even bought a Dyson air filter or purifier to put in my room. That way I could wake up without the dog dander causing me to not be able to breathe. Yeah, I'm slightly allergic to my own dogs. So having allergies is not something new to me, and that's exactly what it felt like. But it wasn't until Friday, when Friday evening, I had myself a little Valentine's treat. My wife got me some chocolates, and I noticed it tasted like absolutely nothing. And that's when I thought, that was really odd. So woke up the next morning, absolutely no taste and no smell, and the nasal congestion, as you could probably hear, I'm very stuffed up, was really bad. And so I had told my wife, you know what, I'm gonna go get tested. I want to be safe. And the test did come back positive. So my wife is also coming down with symptoms, and so is my youngest daughter. And obviously, because of that, we're gonna make sure that nobody comes to the house, nobody goes anywhere, with the exception of me going straight to the studio and home with no stops in between. We're gonna be as safe as we possibly can. So yeah, I feel fine, with the exception of I feel like I have a really bad cold. In fact, I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. Yesterday being a day I literally didn't leave the bed. And we're keeping an eye on it. We're gonna be safe. I have no fever. I've never had a fever during any of this, right? My fever as I started this video, I took it was 97.7, which is normal for me. I run a very low temperature at all times. And I've got nothing happening in my chest, no rumble, no mucus, no nothing. That's gross, right? But so it's totally up here in my nasal cavity, and let's hope it stays there. If I go by when symptoms started, that makes this more like day 6 or 7, which means that hopefully we are going to be over the hump and things will start getting better. So my promise to you guys is that I'm not going to overwork myself. A lot of you seem very concerned that I said I was going to come to the studio and be making content by myself. A lot of you were like, just stay home, stay in bed, which I did over the weekend, but I can't do that full time. I know my body, I know when I can and can't do something, and I promise you that I'm not gonna push myself to get sicker while making these videos. In fact, I even sat down and mapped out a little plan of how I can make some videos that are gonna take the least amount of, not effort, but the least amount of energy, if you will, that I still think is gonna be very beneficial to you guys. And then I'm going to work a couple days and then basically take like the next 7 days off. So because of that, like I said, the content is going to suffer. It's gonna be very old school style, just like I used to make by myself before I had a team. It's amazing that I could even figure out how to get the camera on these days. It's been so long since I've had to work it. So if you guys are interested though in some Amazon budget PC items that are actually available to buy, then make sure you guys are subscribed and watch the content that I have coming out this week, because I got a pile of stuff from Amazon over there that I purchased last week before I knew I was gonna have this, this issue to deal with, which I'm gonna go ahead and start filming right now. So thanks for watching, guys. If you wanna see some budget stuff, make sure you go and check it out. And don't forget about our GPU giveaway that Phil will tell you about. Well, technically I'll tell you about, but Phil will insert the bit. Nah, just do it, Phil. Hey you, before you click off this video, you may or may not be aware, I'm actually doing a worldwide graphics card giveaway where one winner will get to choose either a 6800 XT Merc 319 card from XFX or a 2080 Ti MSI Gaming X Trio from Team NVIDIA. So if you're sitting there right now going, I didn't know about this, how do I enter? Follow the description down below. You guys will find a link to the giveaway video that will give you all the details. Don't wait, because it really sucks to find out about these after they're over.